Welcome to the critique. So today we're looking at a piece covering a study that argues classic games, like Super Mario Bros., can help fight burnout by tapping into happy childhood memories.
Yeah, it's a great topic. But look, to really make these findings land with impact, you have to get much sharper on how this nostalgia effect is fundamentally different from just, the general stress reduction we see in all kinds of games.
Right, you're working to set up this JMIR study as groundbreaking, but then you include that 2021 meta-analysis.
And that analysis found that almost all games reduce stress. Action games, exer games, you name it.
So it accidentally makes your specific point, the nostalgia mechanism, seem less important.
It gets completely overwhelmed. If any old game works, the unique memory angle gets lost.
The issue is focus, then.
Exactly. Stop proving gaming helps. We kind of know that. You need to start proving how this specific memory pathway is different. The whole distinction has to be about the mechanism of the effect.
So the suggestion is to really zero in on that specific finding, that the increased happiness from the memory itself is the real story here.
Yes. That's what sets it apart from just generic escapism or, relaxation from other genres.
Okay, so a concrete example could be...
You could explicitly compare them, show how the memory boost from a Yoshi game builds a totally different kind of resilience compared to, say, the pure tension release from a generic action game.
And you could reframe the whole claim of significance.
Absolutely. Reframe it to say this study provides the first evidence for a specific, quantifiable emotional pathway, nostalgia. It's not just one more study saying gaming reduces stress. Then it becomes undeniable.
That makes sense. And speaking of structure, that first critique is about what you're saying. This next one is more about how you prove it.
And how you defend it.
Right. The material needs to more explicitly deal with the study's limitations and proactively use its methodology to stand out from all the low-quality research you actually cite.
This is so critical for credibility. You mentioned that 2022 meta-analysis that was really harsh on previous gaming research.
The one that called it out for a high risk of bias and low quality?
Yes, but you don't leverage the rigor of this study as the direct answer to that. You point out the problem in the field, but don't immediately show how your study is the solution.
You're saying the methodology should be used as a shield.
It's your best shield. The suggestion is to use the robust details of this study as an explicit, immediate defense against the industry's known biases. It solidifies everything.
So how would that look in practice?
Introduce the bias issue earlier. Then frame this study's mixed methods approach, the blend of qualitative interviews and the big quantitative survey, as the intentional design built to counter those exact quality issues.
So you're telling the reader, we knew the data out there was bad, so here's how we built a better model.
Exactly. And don't just ignore older negative findings. When you talk about something like that 2014 sleep study, you should integrate it.
Show that the current research either controlled for it or at least acknowledged it.
Right. It demonstrates that the work is comprehensive and that the researchers avoided those same old pitfalls.
Okay, so to summarize the two main points. First, sharpen the unique value of the nostalgia effect so it stands out from general gaming benefits.
And second, use the study's strong methodology as a proactive defense against all the criticism of prior research in this area.
Implement those two suggestions, and this analysis will really elevate from just a summary to a persuasive argument about the study's true contribution.
We look forward to seeing the revision. Please refine those connections and submit your work back to the critique.